Hey, it's Dakota-Raé and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm taking the 16 personalities personality type quiz. I just recently did the get to know me tag, and one of the questions was what personality type I am. And I usually take this quiz every like 3 to 6 months because I do believe as people we do change, and what I may have had in the past as a personality type may be different to now, and honestly I can't even remember what I got last time. So I thought it would be really interesting to take the quiz again, find out what personality type I am, and yeah, just kind of get to know me a bit more and help me understand more about myself. I think it would be interesting to see how I've answered these questions differently in the past, so yeah. I'm going to screen record so you can see all the questions I'm doing here, so you can follow me through the questions as I take the test. First question. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people? Absolutely. I know that in the past I probably would have said disagree because I thought I was introverted, but not anymore. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. I think somewhat, yeah. I think I'm quite a realist, but I don't know, sort of imagine ideas in my head that may be unrealistic. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. Yeah, I know what I want to do. Say if I'm going away on holiday or something, I'll say, right, these are the things I want to get done. But not have like a specific I want to do it this time sort of thing. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it is taken. Oh my god, yes, all the time. But I guess like I feel like everyone does that. Like say you have like an argument with someone and you're like, oh god, I wish I had that comeback back then. So I feel like that kind of covers everyone. I think we always kind of like live in the regret of like we wish we said certain things in certain situations. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally and not try to problem solve. Yes and no. I think I'm an emotional person and like to support people emotionally, but I kind of like to problem solve as well. I want to feel like I can help them resolve their issue. People can rarely upset you. I feel like in the past I would have said like I'm really easily upset. Somewhat agree. I think I'm more thick-skinned now than I used to be, and it's more that I get irritated by people or like annoyed rather than like it takes a lot to make me cry. I think now I'm definitely thicker-skinned. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Yeah. Not as much as I used to, but still agree, yeah. I feel like it's still hard for me to talk to new people if there isn't someone there I know. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. Yeah, like, yeah. Like I get really frustrated when like plans are cancelled or like I have to reschedule things because I get so excited on the lead up to that thing that I get really frustrated when it's cancelled or I have to reschedule. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. I disagree. I worry all the time about how people think of me and stuff. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Absolutely, definitely. I am definitely a social person now, whereas before I probably would have answered disagree, because I thought that I was content by being myself, but actually I was really sad and lonely. You are more of a detail-oriented person. You are more of a detail-oriented than a bigger picture person. Yeah, somewhat. You are very affectionate and with people you care about. Absolutely. I am like, I think I pan people's head in because I'm just like, I love you so much, and they're like, Dakota, I know, like, okay, I'm just here having a good time, stop grabbing my face and telling me about it. Like, I think when you find new people, you just get really passionate and like emotional about them, and like I would like kill a child for you sort of approach. Like I feel very like deeply affectionate about my friends and the people that I hang around with. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. Yeah, I'm not very careless. Like I'd rather there be a routine. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. Absolutely. I worry about the past so much. I go on, like I will just sit there having a good time, and then I'm like, oh, remember that thing that you did 15 years ago? And then I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? I'm just trying to have a good time. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. Disagree, absolutely disagree. I am the life and soul of the party. Like, I don't know if that's because I'm usually the host, but I'm usually the one that's like flying about between everyone just to make sure everyone's having a good time. Like, I'm not someone who stands in the corner, although I definitely used to be someone who would shy away and just sit in the corner. But woo. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Disagree, because I am a very emotional person, so I totally understand when people let their emotions guide them. But I do get frustrated when people use it as an excuse for bad behaviour, and yeah, like you're in control of what happens, or you are in control of how you react to certain situations, and it should not be an excuse of behaviour to act that way. I think you can't control what happens, but you can control how you react to it, and I don't think you should excuse bad behaviour for your emotions. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalogue. Absolutely. Sometimes I spend 2 hours and I don't even pick anything. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Disagree. I'm such a stressed person. When in a group of people you don't know, you have no problem jumping right into conversation. Disagree. Once I'm in my little pack, I'm really comfortable and I can just chat all day, but if it's new people, I'm like, and like I'll usually be like looking at my partner to like get him to approach the conversation. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Yeah, I mean, who isn't? But I don't know, sometimes I get really boring dreams, like I don't know, I can't even think of my most boring dream. It was so boring I don't remember it. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. But would that be okay? Like, life's not a race. Like, we're all in this together somewhat, and I don't think you should be like beating people up to get ahead. Like, you are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely get sidetracked. Slightly agree. I think I fantasize about goals and hope that the motivation for those goals comes to me, rather than me really going out there and like trying to make it happen. But I don't know, I feel like I'm more focused now. I'm gonna go slightly more agree. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities or knowledge. Absolutely. Man, I am my own worst enemy. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Yeah. And that's sad. Like, I really wish that I was like more confident to just like talk to people I don't know, but you usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. Nah. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. I have no problem with that. Like, emotions are emotions and we're all human. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than more quiet, intimate ones. Disagree slightly. I like living in a small town where it's like the countryside and, you know, everyone just kind of, there's not that many people, but like when I go to cities, I get really stressed out because it's just like the hustle and bustle is just overwhelming. And no, I'd rather I'd rather just be in quiet ones. But like, large parties, yes. Quiet gatherings, yes. I don't know. I'd still rather live in a small town than a big city though, so that I can control what environments are busy rather than constantly living in a busy environment. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world will look like in the future. I feel like that's still a little conversations me and my partner have. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Disagree. No. I don't know, it depends what it is. Yeah, I'd say head. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. Agree. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than to forgive. But I also don't forgive, so... yeah, queen of holding grudges. You often make decisions on a whim. Somewhat. Like I said, I like structure, so... the time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. No. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or movie. Yeah. Just like... I don't know if it's because I used to be an art student and that everything had to have like a deep meaning, but... I don't know. Everything has a meaning though, doesn't it? You always know exactly what you want. No. I have a hard time deciding. If someone's like, pick between these two things, I'm like, what do you want to do? Oh, and they're like, just pick one, and I'm like, I can't. I'll go, I just can't, I'm indecisive, so I don't know what I want at all. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. You rarely think back on the choices you've made. Disagree. Oh, don't we regret everything? The past is in the past and you can't change it, so... when in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Yes. You tend to focus on... I'm going to do maybe yes. You tend to focus on present realities rather than the future possibilities. You tend to focus on the present realities. Yes. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Disagree. I'm very much like... I think how the mind works and how people's emotions work is really interesting, and although we can't ever know exactly what people are thinking and feeling, we can always have a guess, and there's many signals that can help us come to that decision, and that could be their hand movements, their face, the way that they speak, and I think that's really interesting, and I don't have a hard time understanding because I am a very emotional person and I care deeply about people. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Agree. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interested and striking up a conversation. Disagree. I don't talk to people I don't know because I'm nervous. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. Yeah, all the time. You look after yourself first and others come second. Even when you have planned up a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at every given moment. Somewhat agree. I like to keep a routine, but sometimes if I'm just not feeling it whatsoever, I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. Your moods can change very quickly. Agree. Like, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was like scrolling through TikTok and there was this video that someone did, and it was it was the sound that they'd used. I think it was from SpongeBob. Oh my god. And it wasn't even that funny, and I was laughing so hard that I started crying, started panicking, and then got really sad, and I was just like this ball of emotions, and my partner was looking at me and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, I don't even know anymore. Because one minute I was laughing at it, and then the next I was like all tense and nervous all of a sudden. It was weird. You often contemplate the reason for human existence or the meaning of life. I mean, doesn't everyone? That's a bit depressing, but kind of. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions all the time. Honestly, Adam is so unlucky because I pound his head in all the time about how I'm feeling, but communication is key, and it's important that we talk about our emotions, because if we bottle them up, then, well, you've just got pent up negative energy, and it, you know, manifests itself in ways that you don't want it to. So you've got detailed education or career developments, plans stretching several into the years. No. You rarely dwell on your regrets. That's funny, that one. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere. Kind of agree. Yeah, because I feel like sometimes when I've been like really social and I've been like on it, I'm like, right, I need time to recuperate and just kind of level out, because I get so like, because I'm like trying to dot between everyone and get overwhelmed, but I enjoy it. So you see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. I'm a very empathetic person. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organised and consistent efforts. Semi-agree. 90%, we're almost there. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yeah. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is what you need. Absolutely. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. Yeah. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Only slightly agree. I mean, I don't know. You still honour the commitments you have made, even if it's a change of heart. You rarely feel insecure. Wait, is that dull negative? You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. I definitely disagree. I always feel insecure. Wow, a campaigner. I've never had that one before. ENFPT. Okay, so we've got the mind. This trait determines how we determine with our environment. Oh wow, that's interesting. 51% extroverted and 49% introverted. Now I definitely know previously when I took this quiz, it was definitely more on the introverted side. Energy, 56 intuitive. Wow, I'm really sorry, I think I'm dyslexic. 44% observant. Yeah, I would have said I was more observant, but nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. 83% feeling. Well, that's not anything new. 17% thinking. Tactics. 46% judging. 54% prospecting. Identity. Turbulent. 89%. Wow. Okay. No thanks. Wow, this is really in depth. I don't know if I'm going to go into it all in great detail. The campaigner personality is a true free spirit. They are often the life of the party. But unlike types in the Explorer role group, campaigners are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others. Charming, independent, energetic and compassionate, the 7% of the population that they comprise can certainly be felt in any crowd. I thought we were special. You can change the world with just an idea. Don't lose that little spark of madness. Strength and weakness. Ooh, Robert Downey Jr., Robin Williams, Quentin Tarantino. Don't know who that is. Russell Brand, Kelly Clarkson, Will Smith. Meg Ryan, do I know who that is? Ellen DeGeneres? Michael Scott from The Office? Spider-Man? Why? Okay, that's too much reading. I don't have time for that. Spider-Man. If there is one superhero I hate more than anything, it is Spider-Man. Don't know why, just do. Okay, right. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Strengths and weaknesses. Let's have a look. Curious, observant, energetic, enthusiastic, excellent communicators. Well, I have been working on it. Know how to relax. Well, I don't know how true you are about that one. Very popular and friendly. I think some people would disagree with that. Poor practical skills. Find it difficult to focus. Wait, did that just say good? Oh no, sorry, yeah. Difficult to focus, definitely. Overthink things, absolutely. Get stressed easily. Highly emotional. Wow. Independent to a fault. What does that mean? The challenge for companions in living to romantic relationships. You cannot live without fire. So you think you know the real me. Well, I didn't get much information from that. I think this is something I'm gonna have to like sit down and like really go into and give a feel for. But we should just skip parenthood because I'm really not interested in that right now. Career paths. This might be interesting. Is it gonna say anything? Oh, you know what I think? I have a feeling that last time I did this there was a lot more information and it like went into more detail, but obviously it wants me to do this whole premium profile thing, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to end it there. Oh, what's this mean? What's the difference between assertive campaigner and turbulent campaigner? That's a lot of reading I don't want to do. Well, anyways, that's my personality type. So that was the 16 personalities quiz. I hope you found that really interesting. I know I did. I think it was really cool to see how my answers have changed, and you know, maybe in the future, maybe in like 6 months ago time, I'll do it again and see how it's different, because as humans we are constantly growing, we are constantly evolving, and we're constantly changing, and change is a good thing and we should embrace it. So it's awesome to get to know ourselves through little quizzes like this and sort of like question our morals and how we view ourselves and what we think our strengths and weaknesses are. I also feel like maybe knowing your personality type can make you sort of work on the areas that you feel like you need to work on. So I might do another personality quiz, who knows? I love taking quizzes and getting to know more about myself and other people, so if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your personality type is, or maybe another quiz that you would like me to do. But yeah, if you want to see more of me, please subscribe. And if you want to see this makeup look, not that you asked for it, but I will leave that up here. And it was part of the Jamie Genevieve's week of colour. Not my favourite look, but definitely some really cute ones in that video, so go check it out. Yeah, stick around, subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!